the fruit of being in his presence and encountering him in an intimate way, that one of the fruits of that is losing your fear of the future, because you so totally trust him. He's so trustworthy, and he proves himself to you over and over and over again. Are we willing to look through the eyes of the Holy Spirit at those spots, wrinkles, and blemishes? And I thought about that for a while, and it came to me, wrinkles take time and pressure to build up in fabric. They are deep ingrained habit patterns. They look innocent enough on the outside, but they mar the regal flowing garments of the bride. Wrinkles mess up a dress. They break the lines up. And habitually sleeping in your wedding garment or sitting when you should be standing and serving, going to create a lot of wrinkles. So when the Lord said he's coming for a bride without spot, wrinkle, or blemish, I think it's worth taking a look at what those things are. So we just talked about wrinkles. Spots occur with our interaction with the world. Have you ever been dressed really nicely? When I lived in New York City, standing on a corner and a cabbie goes flying by through a mud puddle, all over you, you've got mud spots all over what you were wearing. Well, in the old Southern adage, if you play with dung long enough, you're bound to get some on you. Well, that's what the world is like. If you play around in the world long enough, you start to have the soil of that interaction on your soul. And it gets in the way of your purity of heart, because you're thinking about these things that have to do with the world instead of just thinking about the Lord and what's important to him. Blemishes are another story. Blemishes are deep. A blemish in a piece of fabric would be threads missing from that fabric that would cause it to unravel. In our bodies, blemishes have to do with impurities in our blood. So without spot, wrinkle, or blemish, without interior pollution, without structural weakness, things that are hidden but are highly important, those are blemishes. And as you know, the temple, in the temple sacrifice, the Jewish people never offered a blemished lamb. It had to be an unblemished lamb or an unblemished dove. The offering had to be unblemished in order for the Lord to accept it. And that's what he's telling us about our wedding dresses. It can't have spots and wrinkles, and it can't have blemishes. And he is so into preparing us and preparing this wedding garment for us and purifying our hearts and our minds and making this garment without spot, wrinkle, or blemish. But we have to be willing to look at what we might be doing to stain it.